been watching closely on the channel the decadent dance of not the FDA, that's the Food and Drug Administration, FTC, or Federal Trade Commission, overseeing Microsoft and their acquisition of Activision Blizzard, and a bunch of monkey wrenches that have been thrown in that whole process. And then Sony, more specifically their CEO Jim Ryan, just blatantly saying, hey, I want to stop this merger, this acquisition. It's not really a merger, it's a straight up acquisition. Microsoft is purchasing Activision Blizzard for almost $69 billion. But I was always saying that the deal that Phil Spencer offered Jim Ryan and the PlayStation department of having 10 years of Call of Duty guaranteed on that consoles was incredibly generous, considering after that time, most likely what was going to happen is you could still purchase those games and play them on the PlayStation platform. However, they'd be launched day and date included with your subscription service on Game Pass Core or Game Pass Ultimate. But, 10 years into the future, we'll probably be doing xCloud gaming on, cloud streaming devices. Who knows? Cloud gaming can't be a disaster 10 years in the future, right? But they'd launch day and date on the Xbox streaming platform, and then the multiplayer would take a free-to-play approach where it'd be monetized through cosmetics in the store. We're already seeing that with Warzone and pretty much all battle royales. And even traditional 6v6 Call of Duty has a cosmetic store. But then maybe on top of that, the game might have a certain component like zombies or Spec Ops that would be locked off and be exclusive to Xbox users, which is unfortunate for the PlayStation side of the house. But again, that would be 10 years down the road. Jim Ryan said figgity fuck that multiple times. And now, after the FTC has recently approved the application, I should say the re-application for this acquisition, now Sony has thrown in the towel, I guess, waved the white flag and signed that 10-year contract with Microsoft, basically the identical terms that were laid out previously. Actually, Jim Ryan shot himself in the foot right between the big toe and the long gangly one right next to it. The original deal that Phil Spencer laid on the table was for all Activision Blizzard games, so COD, Overwatch, Crash, Spyro, etc., to be transferred over to the PlayStation for 10 years. However, now that deal is only for COD games. So because Jim Ryan wanted to be a huge douche canoe, the oar was grabbed out of his hand and he was whacked with this deal. Shittier for the PlayStation fans. Also, if it looks like I'm shirtless, I'm actually wearing a low-cut brassiere right now. So I guess Jim Ryan was kind of just waiting on the FTC to give the go-ahead and then all the cards to align for Microsoft for him to stop being the one standing in the way of this merger. He would be doing more harm to his platform and, more importantly, the fans, the PlayStation fans, by not accepting a deal like this where things could be even less savory, considering all of Activision Blizzard's IPs, Candy Crush, World of Warcraft, Overwatch, and of course Call of Duty and a few more, are all going to be under the direct reign, the umbrella of Microsoft Studios. So they don't have to be on the PlayStation platform. So I thought Phil Spencer was being incredibly playing fair game here. And now it seems like Jim Ryan has accepted the deal. Things are moving forward with this acquisition. It's a done deal. It's a wrap. Seems like. Who knows? I mean, we've seen this come back and forth, so I'm not going to be like, oh, it's done. It's sealed. She's in the bag.